Welcome everyone to the channel. It's Dr. Cashflow again with a special guest. We have today with us Mr. Jerry Sanders, and he is definitely a expert in the note investing space, and he has a lot of experience. And so we're going to just kind of pick his brain a little bit today just so we can get some more insight on whether or not you're interested in investing or becoming a private lender with our organization. You can just reach out to me below. But Mr. Jerry, thank you so much for coming. How are
Thank
you
you very
doing?
much. I'm great.
Wonderful. We are excited. We're going to have a fun show today, right?
I think so. I hope so. You know, we're having a great conversation before you started recording.
Oh, that was the pre-party. That was a pre-party. All right. So today, Mr. Jerry, we want to know exactly if someone is interested in becoming a private lender, what are some apprehensions that they might have with becoming a private lender in the note investing space?
Okay. Well, I think there's several things that folks need to kind of consider.
Mhm.
One, you want to make sure that the people that you are lending the money to are folks that you want to work with, that you can deal with. So that's kind of that may be one of the concerns that you have. You want to vet whoever it is, and then the next thing you want to do is you want to vet the types of investments that they're looking at.
Mhm.
We invest in mortgage notes. So the folks that we're talking to, the folks that we're dealing with that are investing alongside of us, have to be comfortable with the mortgage notes and what are the risk parameters and so forth of that. So and I feel that it's not really that risky because there are so many exit ramps and so much due diligence that we do for the notes.
Hmm. Okay, okay. So then if someone is interested, what exactly would you advice to them in regards to how would they get started in becoming a private lender?
Yeah. Obviously, talking to you or talking to me,
Right.
we're always looking for folks that have a desire for some passive income.
For sure.
Regular, yes, regular, steady, passive income. And, call us, talk to us. We can talk to you about various investments. Typically when I'm talking to an investor, I'm thinking of a specific note
Mm,
that that might make sense to that investor. So
mm,
for us, it's like I have a deal on 123 Main Street.
mhm.
If you're interested, let me share a little bit more about that particular opportunity. Uh,
I'm interested.
okay. So 123 Main Street. Google it.
For
This
sure.
yeah, this is the house, or this is the real estate, this is the property, and we're in the process of buying the mortgage, the underlying mortgage for that particular piece of property.
Mhm.
Some information for our investors. They don't have to get that. They probably will not get as deep into it as we will,
For sure.
but when we're looking at it, we're going to know who the borrower is, and we're going to have a whole background thing on the borrower. We're going to know
Mm,
about the property. We're going to have, I say, go ahead and Google it. I had somebody go out there and take a picture of that house in the last week
mm,
to make sure that it looks like it's supposed to look,
mm.
so that the house is still there. It's not, the storm didn't come through and blow it down like. So those are the things that we're looking at. We're looking at the neighborhood. We're looking at the city. We're looking to make sure that the paperwork is in place. So
Mm,
that makes our investors comfortable that their investment is secure.
mm. Okay. So, in your opinion, give us three reasons, actually three benefits that would want our private investors to participate in even the mortgage note space of having that passive income.
All right. So three benefits. There are only three things that are going to happen. Number one, the borrower pays us off as agreed.
Hmm.
And think about it. You have a mortgage. You know that on the first of the month you pay your mortgage. 99% of the people in this country do that have mortgages. Number two, they'll pay it off early. So back a few years ago, when interest rates were dropping, people would refi and they pay off your mortgage. That happens while they're not refining as much today. People are still moving, changing jobs, that kind of thing. So your mortgage gets paid off early. That is a significant percentage of the mortgages that we buy. And then the final thing is they fail to pay. That's a very small percentage. So those are the things that can happen. And as an investor, we are shielding our investors from any adverse things. And like I said, we give you your consistent passive income every month. So
And you
three
know,
things.
the
Thank you.
the last option that you said, which was you, they don't pay.
Yes.
that was the option that scared me the most when I first started, right? Because I've been a landlord in the past.
Yep.
And when they don't pay, it's a painful journey,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But it seems like in the note investing space, it's the opposite spectrum where it's
Yeah.
the best outcome.
It is. Um, we don't. I don't like to brag about it or anything like that. But if they don't pay, we can foreclose on the property. Typically, in our due diligence, we make sure that there's equity.
Mhm.
So the borrower has, in some cases, more to lose than I do on that note.
Mm,
So if you foreclose, then I have a house with some equity in it.
right,
So sell it and make my money back. If I,
exactly.
I can, rent it out and, collect rent on it for as long as I want. So there are a lot of exits there. So I don't worry about that.
And even with that being said, we also have the opportunity to be an added blessing by even restructuring the loan if necessary, if
So
they are wanting to keep that property, right?
yes.
They might just have fell on hard times or the death of a loved one, etc.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's really the best of both worlds here.
Yeah. And typically we're buying the notes at a discount, so
Right.
we have a lot of room to restructure. The other thing that I'll say, which most people don't really think about, is when I say we have room to restructure, I can change the interest rate,
Mm.
change the payment.
Hmm.
If you have a lot of late fees and things like that, I can cancel some of those if that makes sense. The other
Wow.
thing I can do is I can increase the payment term.
Mm.
You know, Standard mortgages are like 30 years. If I wanted to, I could go 32 years, 35 years, 40 years,
Mm.
whatever it takes to make sure that if you want to stay in your home, we can work something out to keep you in your home.
Right. Wow. What a great benefit, I believe,
Yeah.
to be able to have that opportunity.